but they don't belong in the newsroom.
This just in, scientists discovered that Canadian bacon is actually ordinary ham.
This made a lot of people very angry and has been widely regarded as a bad movie.
Miserable bloody Romans, no sense of humour.
With what Dr. Ashland just said, do you concur?
Don't talk to it, Mary. Don't encourage it.
We're just like Kevin Bacon.
The only thing that will redeem mankind is cooperation. I think we can all appreciate the relevance of that now.
Kind of like that wet fart.
Just a wet, juicy, just a big butthole flapper. Just a
butthole
real
flapper.
Just a real tit flapper. What's that? Barb and Star go to Vista Del Mar. They're like, oh, we're gonna ride on the banana boat. He's like, yeah, come on, your tits will be flapping. You'll love it.
God, I fucking love that movie.
She's like, oh, a tit flapper.
Oh, a tit flapper.
I also love that movie. We could just watch that instead and be like.
We just watched Barb and Star.
We watched Barb and Star because they eat food in it. Remember there's that bit where they eat food? Same thing. All right, let's do it. Welcome back to the Hollywood Thumb, a short-form movie news podcast brought to you by the parent podcast, It's Just Two Movies. My name is Daniel King. In the studio with me this evening.
Hey, I'm a bird.
Birdman, everyone's favorite government drone. Birdman.
'Tis I.
Dude, those birds aren't real people. It got me fucked up.
It's a joke, right?
Yeah.
But it's funny.
But I think some people have stumbled onto that thread and have adopted it as not a joke.
No, that's real.
Yeah. They're like, have you ever seen a bird? Have you?
No.
Yeah.
That bird's about to shit on you.
From fucking Vacation Friends.
Yeah.
The weirdest talent. That bird's about to shit. Just the weirdest talent in the world. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the news. Birdman, Terrifier 3 in the works, hot off the heels of Terrifier 2. What do you think about that?
I have never heard of that.
I have heard of Terrifier. It's a very distinct looking clown gentleman who I guess just loves to murder people. I'm not a like a gore whore. You know what I mean? Like I don't
gore whore. Yeah.
Like gore in a movie doesn't get me there if the rest of the movie is nothing. If they're like, oh man, I saw it was brutal. There's a bit where a guy gets his arms ripped off and beaten to death with them. Cool.
Yeah,
I
that's
guess.
awesome.
Yeah,
Man.
if the rest of the movie sucks, I don't really care. I've heard mixed reviews about the Terrifier films, so I've never gone in on them. But I do know that it was a very low budget film that made a shitload of money. Yeah. Years later, they made a second one. That one made a shitload of money. And now they're making a third one. So, I mean, I love people making shit. That's cool.
That's weird that they made a lot of money because I've never heard of it.
Yeah. Siri, you know what? I got time to pull that up here real quick.
I mean, I'm looking at Terrifier 1. The budget was $35,000. They made $76,000.
$250,000 for the budget for 2.
Yeah.
Box office 14.1 million.
Oh, wow.
Right. So of course
they
would make a 3.
So the second one's where they really.
Well, the first one's like kind of a cult film. You know what I mean? Like I guess if you're really, really into horror, that's probably one that you like, or it's probably in your collection at the very least.
This chick is in it.
What's her name? What's the story with those?
Samantha Scafilta
fish. It's pronounced Scafilta fish. Here we go. Some of your favorite topic. Comic book movie news. There's a bunch of it, but we kind of have to talk about it because it's the biggest thing that's happened all week. James Gunn announced that the entire DC film slate he just announced like a 10-year phase. They are going to be calling it the Gods and Monsters phase.
Wow.
And one of the things, I mean, we'll go over all the films and TV shows that are going to be in it here shortly, but the thing that I was most excited about was Swamp Thing. I've always felt Swamp Thing he's a cool character and he's very underutilized in a lot of stuff. And that's a film that's probably not even going to start production for another 5 years. And they have already got a director picked with James Mangold. He's in early talks to helm the project anyway, but I think that's a good choice. That's the guy that did Logan, Ford versus Ferrari, which is fucking awesome. Lots of other stuff. Currently he's working, he's doing Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Terrible title, by the way. And then he's going to start working on a Bob Dylan biopic for Paramount. So, I mean, even if he accepts this offer to do the Swamp Thing movie, it's not like he's even going to start it for like 3 or 4 years.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, so that's he's really looking pretty far ahead. In regards to that new film slate, though, let's take a quick look and see all the stuff that James Gunn's got announced for the next 10 years or so. We are looking at Creature Commandos. It's going to be a TV series. Waller TV series. Superman Legacy. That'll be a movie. Lanterns TV series. The Authority. That'll be a movie. Paradise Lost TV series. The Brave and the Bold movie. That's going to be a Batman and Robin.
Oh, really?
That'll be a Batman and Robin thing. Yeah, that's I like. He released a bunch of like stylized artwork with this proposal, like when they announced it, and it's got a very wholesome look to it.
They don't have like a Robin in mind, do they? Or
I don't think so. Not this far in advance. Booster Gold. That's going to be a TV series, which Booster Gold is he's a lot of fun. I don't have anything else really much to say about that, but he's a very underutilized character, and I've always enjoyed his commentary since I was a kid. He's a fun character. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, and Swamp Thing. So, the movie of a swamp butt. Now, you might be asking yourself, what does this mean for like Matt Reeves, the Batman, and Joker, and movies like that? James Gunn did address that, and he said that those other standalone films or properties that might even have sequels are going to be referred to as DC Elseworlds. So they're free to keep making those Matt Reeves, the Batman movies as long as they want. If they want to make 10 of them, great. But they're just not going to have anything to do with this other larger connected universe. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that's an okay way to do it. Like, I think you can do it like that. You could have 3 Batmen as long as you're like, well, this is the main one. This other stuff is like Batman from a parallel universe or whatever. This is what happens in that world.
That's pretty cool.
I think that as a kind of a comic book nerd, this all sounds very promising to me as far as what has been happening since the Dark Knight trilogy.
Yeah.
Which has mostly been bad.
Right.
Yeah.
Pretty bad.
Not a lot of real great DC properties coming down the pipe lately. Oh, here we go. I know this is some of your favorite stuff to talk about, Birdman. Avatar 3, 4, and 5. They're happening.
Okay.
Unless someone puts a stop to James Cameron.
Just stops him and is like, James, hey.
Hey.
James,
pump the brakes, big fella.
Hold off.
Well, he's got 3 of the 5 most popular movies ever made on the planet. He's like movie daddy. They're just gonna let him keep doing whatever he wants. You ever read the thing about like the making of The Abyss and Titanic? How he fucking almost just drowned a bunch of famous actors. Oh my God. Some of them are like, I'll never work with James Cameron ever again.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy stuff.
Sounds like a real good guy.
Sounds like a real stand-up guy. But, it's one of those things where, like, if you did the project with him and you made the movie, it'd make you a millionaire.
Yeah.
Almost overnight.
That's true.
Yeah. Maybe. But anyway, Avatar 3, 4, and 5, they revealed part of the hook that the next one there's going to be a clan of Na'vi, and they're from a volcano part of the planet. Ooh.
Oh.
And they're ashy and they're probably rude.
Ashy, rude aliens.
Ashy, rude aliens. It sounds a lot like The Smell of Water, but just a little different. You know what I mean? Isn't that kind of what happens? They're like, we got to go to The Smell of Water.
Yeah.
And then they get there and they're like, these Smell of Water Na'vi are kind of assholes. You know what I mean?
They have a special ability to smell water that can cure cancer.
Underwater also, which I don't know if you ever tried to smell water while you're underwater. It's dangerous.
It's hard.
It's dangerous. I don't advise it.
I tried it once and I was knocked out for like 2 weeks.
Yeah. Just fucking almost died of a pneumonia after the fact. I mean, I don't know about the Avatar thing. Yeah, he's at 3, 4, and 5. What are they going to release the 5th one on my 85th birthday? Like, what did it take? Like 12 years to go from 1 to 2 or whatever. It was a really long time.
It was a really long.
Yeah.
It was so long that I was like, why? What?
Yeah.
What? I don't get it. Whatever. Moving on.
Yeah, like make a different thing, I guess. Here we go. Knock at the Cabin earned $1.45 million in Thursday release. So that's cool. I've not heard a lot about it so far. I do want to watch it. I feel like Dave Bautista's hot right now.
I mean, he looks okay.
Yeah. Well, he's keeping the form, I guess.
I saw him say like why like he questions why he's not cast in like romantic films.
yeah. He desperately wants to do a rom-com.
Yeah.
That's because he's a funny guy.
Oh yeah,
he's
funny, very funny.
Nothing looks rom-com-y about him.
No.
He's too yoked.
Yeah.
He's too yoked, man. Quit having so much fucking muscle mass, Dave Bautista.
Lose the weight, or not the weight. Lose the muscle, bro.
Yeah. Either way, slim down a bit, and you would probably fit that demographic a little bit more.
Just take it even further.
Yeah, until you just almost perfectly round, just a big meatball.
And it's a rom-com. It had to be a rom-com.
Oh yeah, where he like falls in love with a hoagie, and they make a meatball sub, and that's how it wraps up. I'd like to see a movie where a really, really fit guy falls in love with a carbohydrate and just blows up. You know what I mean? That would be very funny.
So I have not really heard good things about Knock at the Cabin. I've just heard that it's your typical M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, I heard the
snooze fest.
The couple of things that I heard about it was like, look, if you hate all of his films, you're not going to like it. But if you like some of his films, this is a return to form for him, and it's like a more successful execution. I mean, I intend fully on watching it and just forming my own opinion. M. Night's hit or miss for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Sixth Sense, loved it. The Village, I liked it. The not Glass. The where he's like, I'm Bruce Willis. Maybe I'm real strong. Actually, I'm a superhero. What's that one called?
I don't watch his movies.
Strong Daddy. I think that's what that one's called. Glass, Split. I like those. The one where like the trees are alive. I didn't really care for that. It was a good idea. Poor execution, I thought.
Is it The Happening?
Yeah, I think it is The Happening.
Mark Wahlberg's
the beach
famous.
The beach that makes you old.
It's just old.
It's dumb. It's dumb as shit. It's dumb as shit.
It's just old,
but it's fun.
That's not the name.
You know, it's not that old. It was like a 2021 release. I think
it's just called Old, Danny.
The beach that makes you old.
That is not the name.
So that's some news for Knock at the Cabin. Here we go. Here's our boy J.J. Abrams. He's
J.J.
back.
Abrams?
J.J. Abrams and Bad Robot have teamed up with Warner Brothers for an adaptation of Stephen King's novel Billy Summers. So that'll be coming down the pipe at some time.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Billy Summers.
I don't either. I don't really read any Stephen King because I don't like his style. I've read a couple of his
Don't
books.
lie, it's too scary for you.
Right, it's too scary. I've read a couple of his books, and that's why I'm
just says it's a crime novel.
I think that's most of his novels are, right?
Thriller, fiction, suspense, crime fiction.
What do you think Stephen King's net worth is?
Oh my God, do you have it pulled
up
there?
It's just like he has so many adaptations that it's got to be selling books, yeah. But
oh yeah, it looks like it's 500 million.
Holy shit!
Yeah, not bad. Not bad for a goofy-looking dude from Portland,
right?
You know what I mean? Wait, you're killing it.
You're killing it.
Yeah, people. When I was in elementary school, people would be like, "Are you related to Stephen King?" And I would go, "Absolutely, 100%." I do have a cousin named Stephen, but we don't share the same last name. So.
He sends me money every month. And
spooky stories.
I don't get into Stephen King, but I am always impressed when someone can just fucking throw out a book every fucking month, it seems like.
Yeah, I'm sure he could. Well, he's an interesting guy because he's got this thing where, what is it, dude? It's like nothing. It's like $6 or whatever. You can buy the rights to any one of his stories.
Why?
To adapt it to film or whatever.
Oh, huh.
Yeah, he just is cool with it. He's just like, yeah, whatever, make my money off books. And my name gets bigger from people making movies saying Stephen King's whatever. My name's on fucking movies and shit all over the place. So yeah, he sells the rights to all of his stuff like super cheap.
Okay.
Or maybe it's just specifically any of his short stories. But yeah, that's definitely a thing that Stephen King's like. He's very cool with people just being like, yeah, just take my shit. It's fine.
I did not know that.
If I was worth $500 million, I wouldn't give a shit either.
Man, yeah.
I'd be like, I don't need what's that called, like generational wealth. I don't give a fuck about that. My kids ain't gonna spend $500 million on what? A fleet of jet skis? You know what I mean?
A fleet of jets, bro.
A fleet of jets with skis. Where you jump out of jets and then you're on the skis, you hit the slopes. Would be pretty fucking sick, bro. This one's a little bit, this is a bit of fun. Netflix was going to make a Squid Game reality TV show, and much in the guise of like a Survivor or any other reality TV show. Quick aside, I can't stand reality TV.
It's terrible.
I hate it. I just have like an adverse reaction to it. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Because it's not written, there's no narrative, but it's also very clearly scripted.
Yes.
So, I don't know, it's not fooling me or anyone, I don't think. But anyway, not a fan. But some guy went on, he anonymously talked with a reporter after the fact and was like, the fucking, I was shooting the Squid Game Survivor show or whatever, and the conditions were almost, inhuman. They were like inhumane the way they were treating us, and the temperatures and stuff that we had to endure were fucking crazy. And I'm like, do you see the show? People just get shot in the head in the show.
Right.
So it seems pretty mild. Also, like, you're supposed to want to quit.
Yeah.
That's why it's a game.
It's a game, yeah.
Yeah, because they would have filmed you being like, fuck this, too fucking cold for this shit. I'm out of here. I'm out. And then you're not going to win the giant money pig, Have you seen Squid Game?
No.
No, you didn't watch it?
I think I watched the first episode. I think I watched it dubbed, but I just need to switch it to subtitles.
Yeah.
Because watching things dubbed is just not for me.
Boy, Netflix has got the worst voice actors for it, too.
Right?
It's the same fucking 5 people.
Yeah.
In every foreign Netflix film.
Yeah.
Every single one. It's the same 5 motherfuckers. And they don't have a normal human cadence.
I guess that's how they save money.
I guess. They could get us.
They could get us easily.
I'd do that.
Just call us.
You could just to put a little grease on it, baby.
Yeah.
Like when they're like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" Just go, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing here?" Like, put something on
like
it.
Like a normal human would say?
Like a normal person. Like inflections in your voice and whatnot.
And what have you.
Yeah, I don't know. That, like, I still have no desire to check out a Squid Game reality TV show, but I am pretty pumped for season 2 of it. It's a really good... It's a very cool idea, and I really like the show. The cast especially was what really knocked my socks off. Like, the performances in it are incredible.
Hey, is Alone considered reality TV?
Technically, yes. It is like the only reality TV show that I'm like, I like this.
I was going to say I like Alone, so...
Yeah.
That's like the... I mean,
none of that's scripted, though. So it's very different, because they're just like, here, go off in the woods and fuck off for like 50 some odd days and film yourself also.
The only thing that they do is to kind of enhance the show. I think they do the typical, like, when they're going to go to a commercial break, they make it seem like some shit's
about
down.
to go
Which
down.
Shit does.
Oh yeah,
shit definitely does.
Oh yeah,
but that's just TV magic, and I understand why they have to do that.
Right.
But yeah, I think that's like the one reality TV series that I like.
Yeah, I'm with you. There's a couple of those like survival shows, and I'm like, oh, I'll check this out or whatever. There's a couple of them. I really like Dual Survival when that used to be on. I don't think that's still on anymore.
I like that one.
I really like that show, and of course it's scripted and they're prepared for it, and it's not real life threatening shit or whatever. But
Alone is like, hey,
Alone is dangerous.
We're
like,
sending you out here, and you're gonna film yourself.
There's a really good chance at some point Alone is going to get canceled because somebody's just going to get fucking mauled to death by a bear.
Yeah.
And it'll be like, you'll be on episode 4, and then they'll be like, it's never, the rest, the show's over,
They
folks,
probably wouldn't
forever.
air that season.
No, they wouldn't air the episode for sure. They might air right up until that point. And then just be like, sorry.
I don't know if they legally could.
I don't know. There've been some scary episodes though with like bears, mountain lions, and wolves and shit. That's fucking that's scary stuff. Whew. I like the guy that was like, I fucking wish a bear would, so I could eat that bear. I was like, I don't think you've ever seen a bear up close, because I don't know if you know this, but you don't have a gun.
Right.
Like in your unless you do. Like,
bears are fast, right?
Some dude just get out there and fucking pop a squat and like shit out a pistol.
I came prepared.
It'd be really funny. Gotta take some other take some laxatives that he packs so he can shit out all the bullets. Oh man, that'd be silly. Well, that's all I've got for the news.
We got a little off track there.
Yeah, pooping out a gun, Birdman, you have anything you'd like to add for the people out there? Any extra newsy stuff you came across?
I came super unprepared, and I apologize for that. It's been a hell of a week, but I'll try to be better.
You know what? Same. I also woefully ill-prepared to do this thing that I do every single week. Every week. I know it's coming. It's not that I've forgotten. I'm just bad at it. So if that's going to do it for the news, please do check us out. You can always write the show at itsjusttomovies@gmail.com. No, that's not right. You can always write the show. You can always email the show. You can always email the show at itsjusttwomovies@gmail.com. Follow us on social networks at itsjusttwomovies. Or, you fucking check the episode description. There's ways you can help the show. We got some Patreon content there. $5 dues a month or $1 don'ts. You can buy us a coffee or always use our Amazon affiliate link to just do your shopping, and that helps. Anyway, I have been Daniel King. That's been
Daniel King.
That's also been Daniel King. Just a couple of Danny boys. Don't sing the song. We know how it goes. Have a good night.
That's just grossly inappropriate.
Come on, Ed, it's bullcrap!
A saucy line will not get you far with me.
He's not the Messiah! He's a very naughty boy!
Stop being such a dick.
No, it's not schizophrenia. It's just a voice in my head.
Your love of the halfling's lead has clearly slowed your mind.
Good speech. Nice and short.
Leaves more time for drinking. Break out the ale! These men are thirsty!
The Hollywood Thumb is brought to you by It's Just Two Movies and is a production of Blue Cheese and Bacon Studios. Both can be found wherever you get your podcasts.